What's up, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, founder, and the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization. Out here in the snow grits. Yes, I said snow grits, not snow. Ice grits, to be specific, not even snow, just ice grits. City of Atlanta may have got some fluffy snow. We got ice grits on the outskirts here. Okay? Please believe it. Please believe it, y'all. It's for real. But we out here in it. We gotta keep going, because until y'all hit that subscribe button enough for me to be out here not risking it delivering packages and groceries, okay, to stay afloat, where I can just strictly do content, then we're gonna do what we gotta do until we do what we here to do exclusively, because we're gonna keep doing what we here to do, because we know our purpose and we live in it. So we're gonna keep right the hell on doing what we here to do, and ain't nothing and nobody gonna ever stop it. Please believe it. Please believe it. Let me put my bling on them. Let me show them my Oni energy so they can understand I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all, let's talk some real stuff up in here, because I was gonna make this an official edited video. I ain't got time. I gotta do it when you got time, do it as you got time. And all that's really gonna be important in the end is your thoughts. That's all that people really checking for. I could put a lot of bells and whistles and cutaways and distractions and, you know, references to make my point, but I'm just gonna make my point raw. Yeah, we're gonna do it a cappella, you know what I'm saying, with no cutaways. But I'm talking about Wakanda forever! You understand me? We talking about T'Challa forever! Okay? That's what we talking about on this live. And I'm gonna give it a fancy thumbnail and everything, so it'll be real official, that people understand that's the topic. I ain't gonna tangent. I'm gonna stay on point. Y'all, if y'all know how hard it is for me not to tangent on an unedited video, but we're gonna do it today because I'm gonna stay on point. And I'm a professional, and I know how to do it. When I do my other stuff, I have fun. I go freestyle with it. But we're gonna talk about the recasting of T'Challa, aka Black Panther, in the MCU, in the Marvel Universe, in the films, okay? So a lot going on with that. I see it all over YouTube. I see it all over everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody got an opinion on it. But I want y'all to understand one thing before I start giving y'all my opinions. I want y'all to understand one major thing. The difference, in my opinion, when it comes to anything about the film industry is I'm in it. I was in Black Panther. I'm gonna say that again. I was in Black Panther. I was in Wakanda forever. Facts. First scene, Black Panther at the very end, when the legend, rest his soul forever and a day, Brother Chadwick, did the famous speech in the first credit scene, where he was talking to the UN, and he revealed the true, or he started to reveal the true power of Wakanda, and the whole room was in shock, because up until that point, no one really knew how powerful a nation Wakanda was. I was there. I was a UN affiliate. I was in the audience. I was one of the people, and there was a very brief but very noticeable scene where it was a row of us paying attention to his speech. If you go back and watch the movie, bam, there he is. Gray suit, looking sharp. Still had some hair on my head back then. I wasn't cutting it bald back then. I still had some waves on the top, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Had some fade on the side, you feel me? Had the bald fade. Okay? That was the look. Facial hair was a little blacker, you know what I'm saying? There was just a few little gray strands. But it is what it is. The silver fox is here. The silver fox is in full effect. Appreciate the thumbs up, I see you. So, yeah, I just want to make that clear before I start breaking down my opinion. My opinion is not, as I like to say all the time, the barbershop beauty shop talk. And that's not to say that nobody who's in a barbershop doesn't ever know what they're talking about. But there is a lot of hearsay and gossip and unchecked facts and things like that that can go on in those environments. This ain't that. Anything I'm about to say is based on experience, based on being a writer, an actor, a director, a producer, on the independent side of it, and an actor, and a PA, production assistant, and many other things I've done on the Hollywood side of it. I am SAG eligible. If you know what SAG-AFTRA is, that is the main union that all actors, all writers, all producers, all radio, all people in all types of other media, even video games, are part of SAG-AFTRA, okay? You know, people, SAG, a lot of them are SAG, all right? SAG eligible is like saying, I got a bachelor's degree in the industry. It's well respected. You tell people you have, I'm SAG eligible. The room gets a little quiet. Heads bow. People understand what work took. It takes work. It takes experience. It takes commitment. It takes a lot of things to get to that. So I'm saying all this before I give my opinions on this whole Recast T'Challa movement. Okay? Before I even get into it, I want to break down why I think what I think and how I think what I think from my perspective, and why it's heavier than the average little chit chat y'all hear out here. The little buzz and fuzz and yip yap and toe tap and whatever. People just be talking, but they don't walk the walk. And that's what cracks me up about folk who want to be such authorities when it comes to things they're not a part of. Now, I respect being a fan. I'm a fan myself. But the difference in a fan is not just a fan, is I'm not just a customer. Some of y'all, you just a customer, homie. What did Jay-Z say? You're just a customer, homie. And ain't nothing wrong with being a customer. Jay-Z can't be Jay-Z without customers. Marvel can't be Marvel without customers. Disney did not become Disney without customers. We need customers. We need fandom. What we don't need, though, in my opinion, views and opinions expressed by yours truly do not necessarily reflect those of all of ONYXCON's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc. And I know for a fact I'm saying it strong when I say on this topic, because from friend to friend to friend, I got people who are part of ONYXCON who agree with the Recast T'Challa, and I'm fine with the thought of it. It's not the thought of it. It's the angry part of it. I hear some people are mad about. I mean, they were mad, and when they heard the news that there's a chance it might happen, they are like, "Damn right, about time." And then they talking all. I saw one the other night, and this guy was talking about just don't make it too woke and all that. And okay, here we go with people misinterpreting and misaligning the word woke. Okay, they take their cues from political parties that have no best interest for them, and let them tell them what a word means that we've been using for centuries. They're gonna play with it and they're gonna tell you what to do with it, and these goofies go with it. But anyway, so it's a lot of opinions, and you do have a lot of people who were so mad about the female version of the Black Panther mantle, it being passed on to Shuri, the character Shuri. There were people who were mad about that. I mean, they literally were livid, like, why is a woman? Why is it we can't have our black men in charge? And as a black man who is all madman, madman, for all these hunters out here that are always talking about, I relate to Craven, and you ever been hunting? No. Have you ever even caught a fish with teeth in its mouth? No. I am that. I'm from that tribe. Hunters and fishermen. Them kind of men. And we ain't gotta always be showing you. But if you're paying attention, you get around and find out. Watch enough content, you're going to see me holding a shark. You're going to see me kiss a barracuda before I throw it back. You're going to see me eat a barracuda. You're going to see me catch a mahi-mahi. You're going to see me catch a 8 to 10 pound. I still don't know how much that fish weighed. Biggest bass of my life, largemouth, here in Georgia, where I stand, where I'm from. I done it. So it's different. It's different, y'all. It ain't a bunch of chest beating over here. It's real proof of the pudding. Proof of the pudding, baby. And no, I ain't talking to all the rest that go with that. A whole bunch of ignorant, folk who want to always be in some aggressive arguments and fights. No. No, we don't do that. We're not bullies and idiots. We don't do that. We avoid confrontation. we settle disputes, we mitigate. And if there's no choice but to defend, we eliminate. But I'm gonna leave that right there. That's the end of that story. So when I'm talking about this movie and how people get so upset, I'm like, I've never in my life seen so many people think their opinion matters so much that they're out here damn near and going to blows on social media about a character they do not own the intellectual rights to. Let's start right there. Let's start right the funk there. Intellectual property, IP. All right, I ain't gonna keep having to say what IP means. I gave it to you now. If you're coming in late, you're gonna have to look it up later. All right, intellectual property, the IP of the Black Panther, of T'Challa, of this concept, at least the one that Disney has rights to, of Wakanda, because there is and was and are real places like and even named Wakanda. Yeah, check that out. But we ain't gonna get into that one on this one. I just want to make it understood that I know that. That's all. Because I know there's a lot of Afrocentrics and First Peoples and every other group you could name, and they wanna make sure you know your stuff when you start talking about that, because they don't want to respect nothing you got to say unless they hear that. Which I really ain't here to. I'm not talking to get just one audience. I just want to make it clear to any audience that might encounter this information that a gentleman knows his stuff when I'm talking about these topics. So when it comes to this Wakanda and Black Panther at large, you do not own it, black people. But yet we do. Because we are depicted. Because parts of our actual culture are on screen. Because we depicted the characters. Because we have Brother Coogler as director. Because we have my brother Nate Moore as executive producer, who some people, when they first, I got a associate, friend in the biz, who I will remain nameless to keep his innocence, who said some things on his Facebook about it, and found out when Nate Moore was leaving Marvel, not got fired, is leaving to do his own thing. He's got his own production things he wants to do. Nobody on the outside in the barbershop, beauty shop community really knows why. But everybody's pontificating and giving their thoughts on how I've heard so many people say, oh, the good riddance. This person said it. I said, now that's when you went too far, my brother. We cool, but don't go using words like, don't do that. Don't be talking about good riddance. What do you mean good riddance? You wouldn't even have the first Black Panther film that you love so much had it not been for Nate Moore. You wouldn't have the first Black Panther film that you love so much if it had not been for Brother Coogler. You cannot dismiss, discredit, disrespect those who made what you love possible. So what? A script, a concept went in a direction that you as a fan did not appreciate. You still spent your money, and you'll still spend it again because you're a customer, homie. You're just a customer. When you gonna wake up and smell the real truth of it all? Until you want to be a real powerhouse, you want to be more than just a barbershop, beauty shop talker, get you some freaking money and open your own studio. And I'm going to add to that with some more Marvel love. Shout out to Brother Anthony Mackie. I can't wait to see the new Captain America film. It ought to be awesome. I got some insider intel on that too. We ain't going to speak on it. Like I said, let's just say I'm in the business. Pay attention. Pay attention. The man started his own studio. I saw the first notice of it today. And I said, whoa. I'm late because I looked it up and realized, oh, this had been announced in 2022. That man had a studio in the works since 2022 in his native New Orleans. Shout out to Brother Mackie. Shout out to Anthony Mackie. Big, much respect. And I've met the man, shook his hand, looked him in the eye, thanked him for his work, been on set with him, and been to a premiere, because when he first showed up as the Falcon in The Winter Soldier, they had a pre-screening here in Atlanta. If you were there, oh, what a time. Like Pootie Tang say, I love that movie, what a time. I was there. Anthony Mackie was there. Nate Moore was there. That was the night I met both those gentlemen. Speaking real history. Speaking real truth. Lived it, baby. Not talking about it in the barber. You know, I heard, man, I heard. Ain't no barbershop, beauty shop talk. This is facts. This is people who live it. So where I'm going with that, I'm saying, while some people around here upset about whether or not they recast one character who was from beginning an intellectual property that nobody as a fan owns. This ain't the Green Bay Packers. You don't own your team. You don't live in Wisconsin. Did you know that? Yeah, they actually did. The people. Green Bay owns the team. That's the only team in the NFL that owns their team. Talk about some fandom. I give them that respect. I ain't never been no Green Bay fan, but I'm saying, hey, I got respect for that though. I respect that. Shit. They own their team. You know what I'm saying? But you just a fan. You just a customer, homie. You got to know the difference. And there's nothing wrong with being a customer as long as you respect the rights and all the privileges of that and understand they are limited because you do not own or create a damn thing. You just consume. When you own, then you can write the story. When you own, you can debate. Well, you know, people was mad talking about, well, they said it was a mantle, and that's why they decided they weren't going to recast him. And people mad about that. Do you understand the definition of mantle, asswipe? What's wrong with you children? Grow the hell up. It's a mantle, like the man said. They had to make a quick decision that most of y'all will never make decisions on that level in your life because you don't own nothing. You don't control nothing. You consume. You just a customer, homie. It's okay, though, if you okay with it. When you get out of your place, that's when you going to get checked for being so silly. Because the check ain't even going to come with all of my animated hype right now. It's going to come with just the fact that no matter what they bring out, your ass gonna buy a ticket. You can say what you want. I got a video here where I was responding to something that the infamous Dr. Umar said once. He was going off about Wakanda Forever and what he didn't like about it and how ridiculous it was and how he felt it was the whole plot and script and everything was FBI infiltrated and la 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 la. And I'm sitting up here saying, well, it takes one to know. So the only way you even know this plot, you went and saw the movie. And he said this in the video. You spent money. Even you, Mr. King Kong, what you call yourself, man? You just a customer, homie. It's okay, though. It's only okay if you can accept it to yourself. You're just a customer. You want to be the real thing? You want to really show that you can do what you're talking about and have better stories and better concepts and everything? Then why is it that we have so many black conventions still in operation? I transferred mine from a convention into an entire media entity, as you are now watching. From here to Instagram to fan base, TikTok, you name it, we out there. Facebook, except we are out there and we ain't going nowhere. One of them shut down, that's all right, party over at fan base. As soon as I can get $400, I'm investing. But I ain't got it. We gonna get it. It's time out for just being a customer if you that serious about these concepts. Get your own. You will never own T'Challa. You can't say what's gonna happen with T'Challa. You can't say what's gonna happen with anybody in the Marvel Universe. But what's always most funny, as I keep saying, it don't even matter. Because whatever they decide to do, you will be there. Because most of you are just customers, homie. If you ain't just a customer, hit that subscribe button. Support ONYXCON. If you ain't just a customer, see, I'm a customer too. But I ain't just a customer. As I said, I'm in the business and I create my own. I have my own IPs. I have my own copywritten characters. I have my own copywritten comic books. I have my own copywritten films. I have my own copywritten scripts. I have my own. And when we get the capital from being a part of such larger entities that y'all gonna keep making larger, because that's what it is. We can start on all the other platforms as we do, and we can counter some of the same old hood movie, D-boy movie bullshit that you see time and goddamn time again, and we can start coming out with some superhero movies. But it takes your support. It takes your subscription. It takes you hitting that subscribe button right now. It takes monetizing ONYXCON so that we can do not only the travel, not only the vlogs, not only the visitations, not only the interviews. I already have interviewed legends. I already know legends. I already could go right now, anywhere in the world, and interview 10 different people just off the top of my head that deserve to be seen and heard about here on the ONYXCON network. And yeah, I could do it the average way and sit at home and do a Zoom call or edit it, but I'm tired of doing it that way. I'd rather do it live. I'd rather do it in person. I'd rather do it in a studio that I've built, that I own the dirt. Shout out again, Anthony Mackie. Shout out Cat Williams. Shout out Tyler Perry. Shout out everybody who has their own. While other mofos talking about what they don't like, didn't never like, oh, I wish he would do this, I wish she would do that. I don't know why they do that. I wish they would do this. Your asses are nothing but customers, homie. You don't own shit. You ain't trying to own shit. The difference is, the real fans, they can, hey, a real fan is like, yo, I know my position. That ain't my position in life. Yes, I know I'm a doctor, an insurance broker, an electrician, a surgeon, or whatever it is that ain't a creative. You might have, I hope you got creative in you, because everybody does. I hope you acknowledge it and you foster that part of your brain. But if you are that person that understands, I may never be able to manifest that in a lifetime, so I look to those who have those talents to give me that beauty. And I don't talk ish about stuff to the point where I pretend that it's so important that I'm upset about it if it don't go my way when I finally get my ass in a seat or put the earphones on or whatever it is, grab the controller. Until you own it, you really can't condone it. Because it makes you look silly every time. Because they going to get your money. That's why. If you want to prove to me you really about that life, stop going to the movies. Stop buying the video game. Stop buying the music. Stop letting your kids consume it. Stop buying everything. Every birthday you got every Marvel character on the cake. Every DC character on the cake. If you really about that, I ain't with this. This is the bull. Why you wearing a t-shirt? I was talking about Umar when I had my video talking about him. Go back and look at this here. It's in some of my top videos. It's one of my top videos as far as numbers. People love it, you know, when you talk about folk who are already famous or whatever. And I know that. That's why I did it. Because they were genuine opinions. But I said, well, let me go on and get these numbers. But it's real talk. Because he had on a damn Black Panther t-shirt while he was talking. You went and saw the movie. And you, like they say, been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt. Come on, people. It don't matter if they recast, don't recast, anything. It's theirs. I ain't gonna even talk about all the various people who I'd love to see get the role and all that. But I will say this. A mantle is different from a character that is constantly recreated generationally for a company that is only concerned about fiscal years and the terms of how they know. Okay, how old were those kids when they first saw the cartoon? They were about this, sir. Okay, how old are they now? Well, some of them are 16, some of them 14, about 14 to 16. Okay, introduce the teeny bopper version. We're gonna get that money. Okay, give them a few years to go through college. When they're in college, hit them with another Spider-Man. Hit them with another Batman. Hit them with another X-Men. Hit them with it, and act like every time you're retelling the story. Why? Because they know the mentality of people. They know people ain't got the brain power and the intelligence to say, man, I'm a fan for life, and that, you know, most people, they fall in and out of their fandom even. They're not just, they know the markets. They know how many people really grew up on comics and how many people just kind of like it. And they know, guess this what, comic book fans, we ain't the main market, even with comic book movies. The main market is forever everybody else who kind of grew up on it, but didn't really love it the way we love it forever. And that's why it became what it is. That's why it's a multi-billion-dollar every time they drop a movie concept of a business. You don't get them billions if we're just trying to be loyal to the comic book. They don't give a damn, and they sprinkle you with a little bit because they know, like I said, you a customer. Ooh, yeah, baby. Ooh, oh, yeah, all right, we back. I know you're like, huh? What the hell? Why are you singing? Because I'm more than a customer, homie. I'm a creator. Yes, and to all my fellow creators, keep your head high. Do not let those who live in cookie cutter $350,000 to $1.2 million homes that are not all of them, because some of them, I know some folk living like that. There are some creators. They about that life. They about it. You understand? They making their own film concepts. They making their own comic book concepts. They doing the real thing. To all of them, salute. But to the rest of these cookie cutter mentality mofos who sit around giving opinions on every damn thing all day, night and day on social media and think that their opinion really, truly is weighing in on what's going to happen or what's going to still put their ass in a seat in a theater, they got another thing coming. Man. The business is a very, very strange thing. I was about to say animal or creature. I don't even want to call it. It's just a thing. It's its own thing. It really is, y'all. And when you're from the inside, looking in and out, you just see this whole picture differently. You acknowledge people's fandom because you're a fan yourself. Like I said, I'm a fan of Marvel. I grew up on the comics. I still buy comics. I still love to see the movies. You know, I'm like most people. I sit there when I see a trailer and I weigh it in and I say to myself, I'll wait for that one to come out on streaming and get it whenever. Oh, I'll be there first weekend for that other one. You know, I do the same thing we all do. You know, I say, oh man, why did they cast her for that? Oh man, why they cast him? They should have got so and so. But then I also say, hey man, let me wait and see what's gonna happen, because I know I'm gonna still watch it. And as an actor myself, knowing how great an opportunity is, how big an opportunity is, it's never about what you can't see until you are in these shoes how much goes into the process of taking on the mantle of a character. You can't understand that until you've lived a little bit, or at least get a friend who's living that life and respect what they tell you about it. Or when you hear your favorite actors and actresses in interviews tell you how hard it is to finally be what they call a working actor, where they literally pay their bills and sustain off of that, where they don't have to do nothing else. They just, hey, you know, my time off is time off, but I'm just waiting for that next thing to start. And it's gonna take up weeks, if not months, if not a year of their life. Sometimes in the same town where family is, sometimes away from family. It's so much sacrifice that the average squirrel don't even understand how to get to them kind of nuts. I'm trying to tell you, you don't even comprehend it. You really don't. You know, it's not the 9 to 5 life. It's the 6 to sometimes 6 life. Man, I done been on sets where I done seen the star, the A-list star, come out their trailer, come to set, and get news the day of that they're going to extend the season and throw in a few extra episodes that they didn't plan to have to deal with and do the lines for and be prepared for, but they're going to try and get it all done. And you on one of these contracts where it was that fine print that even though you complain and you mad, after you get it off your chest, man, I'm not, oh no, hell no. And they may even get mad and go to the press and put it out in the media. Man, they trying to get me to do extra episodes. Some bull. So then the fans can be like, oh, I can't believe they're treating him or her like that. That's so, oh my gosh, that is so ridiculous. Okay, y'all finished? Because this is what the higher ups do. You finished? No, I got another thing to say. And okay, all right. Are you finished yet? We'll give you time to finish, because we do need you. You know we need you. At least for now. Okay? Oh, okay, yeah, come here. You ready? Yeah. But I ought to punch you in your face. Oh, wow, now that's assault. That's assault. Don't make it battery. All right, you calm now? Yeah, motherfucker, what you gonna tell me? Well, so here on your contract, the one you and your lawyer signed? Yeah. I know you read it. Your mother. It says that in all these legal terms that you might not understand, that if we the executives who own the show, the IP, the intellectual property, decide to extend this season, you will work or you will be replaced ASAP. ASAP. Because remember when you auditioned? I've been on this show for 5 seasons. Yes, and they've been wonderful seasons. We appreciate your service and your face and your body and all of the stress and everything that you go through to be a part of this thing. But guess what? What? We own that image. That version of you that goes into that character, we own it. It's an IP. And if we choose to recast you, we will. If we choose to kill your character off and keep the show going with a whole nother character, who's the next favorite? Oh, the fans love so-and-so, her sidekick. Okay, that could be the name of the show. Do you feel what I'm saying? So I need you to go to your trailer, go through hair and makeup, get your act together, get those tears out your eyes, punch a punching bag, do 500 sit-ups and crunches and push-ups. But damn it, your ass is a workhorse and you will be back on set or I'm going to sue you for everything. You know, that's that kind of BS that goes on, right? Now, if it goes on that level, do y'all hear what I'm trying to really tell y'all? I'm saying if it can be that raw with somebody who's made a company billions. And Terrence Howard went off and told y'all years ago when he was mad about his part in the Marvel Universe. Go back and reference if you need it. Okay? It wasn't funny, but it was interesting to see how that played out. Because 2 people I admire ended up with an opportunity. First it was Terrence, and then Don Cheadle the Great got it. Both of them are great. Both of them are excellent. It actually worked out for my brother. It actually worked out for Terrence. You know what I'm saying? My brother Terrence. It worked out for him to be able to move on. And I'll never forget him throwing it back in their face, like when it was one of the Thor movies came out. And I think it was The Best Man 2 came out, and The Best Man on the first weekend outdid Thor. Woo! That was pretty heavy. That was pretty heavy. That was pretty heavy. I never forgot that. I remember that. But the reality is this. It was a great win for the moment for him and for what he was standing on. But at the end of the day, the biggest point of it all about that IP and all those characters and what they are to Marvel is that a light-skinned black man with light eyes that don't look nothing like Don Cheadle's chocolate, perfect melanated skin, and his slimmer build and everything could replace a character, and everybody accepted it overnight. Like, well, moving on. Black folk took note. Oh man, god dang, what the hell? They went from salt to pepper. What the hell is that? They went from cream to double chocolate. Why'd they do that? Where'd they do that? Barbershop, beauty shop talk. Let the blacks talk about it in the barbershops and beauty shops. Let them think they really got some say on what the hell we gonna do with our IP. But everybody knows that they still respect this other. They're both great actors. So what they gonna do? They're not gonna go see it. You know they're gonna see it. And what did we do? We went and saw it. We all loved it. We still love the movies. We love all the versions. We love all the versions. And to be more specific to the situation of good brother Chadwick, because that's what we mainly talking about. You know, some people felt it was disrespect, and that's how they started this whole movement about, oh, you know, no, recast. Why you won't recast a black man when he died? Well, anybody else, if it was a white guy, they would have recast. Why it gotta be, what is this? Why it gotta be about this construct of race? Why it gotta be about ethnicity? Why it gotta be about, he is a black character, he is an African character. As long as we get another black man or woman, because it was in the comics that Shuri did take the mantle at one point. That's all they were playing to, knowing that they had a market for women. And yes, introducing Namor as a Latino was an extremely smart move for bringing in the Latin market. That's really all it was. That's really all it was, to be quite real with you. And the battles that took place, I didn't like the way it came about. I didn't like the way, I thought it was a weak reason to have that much of a beef between two kingdoms. And I didn't like the way it played out. I didn't. As a writer, I didn't like that. But as an actor, I appreciated great acting. As an actor and as a writer, I appreciated And as a writer who understands when you're writing on that level of a Marvel film, yo, they're going to do what they're going to do. And no matter what you do, it's all got to be approved. So, you know, speaking a little bit to some of what the Umar argument was, yeah, there can be agendas and things in place, but here's the reality. You're playing in someone else's playing field. It's their home turf. It's their rules. You want to make this money? You want to be over here? This is what, what's one of the phrases they always say? The Marvel way. It's the Marvel way. And that gets redefined with every point of leadership, from the comics to the movies. There's a lot of people that make up what that way really means. And they all got a hearsay and a say so. But at the end of the day, whoever's at the top, whoever, they know you're going to be there. You're going to be there. It's built in. It's become something where you're ashamed to say you don't want to be the one person coming back to the office on Monday, or the one person coming back off the long break from the holiday where you had that 4-day weekend and they released that Marvel movie, and you say you ain't seen it. You know, even if you could, man, I don't give a damn. And even if you're that person talking that, don't matter. They know even that's gonna make some people eventually, oh gosh, okay, I'll sit and watch this. You know what I'm saying? Get it on the front end or the back end, whichever we in, from the rooter to the tutor, they're gonna make that moolah. It's certified. Why you think they can plan out the damn things when they do those announcements in the hall in Comic-Con in San Diego, and people wait, sleep on the floor, do anything just to get in that auditorium to hear the announcements of the next damn 5 years of Marvel movies and shows? Because it's built in. It's become a part of Americana. Once something reaches that level of popularity, there's no, you can't, man, when it reaches that level of popularity, resistance is futile. You gonna know about it even if you ain't seen it. You gonna buy something for you. Hey, if you an auntie or uncle, you gonna buy a shirt, you gonna buy a toy. You gonna get an admission pass to an amusement park. You gonna roll a roller coaster. You gonna drive a little car with the emblem on it. You gonna buy the hat. You gonna do something. They gotcha. Cause we some customers, homies. Now, if you just tired of being just a customer and you really want your voice heard, then stop worrying about whether great actors who deserve it get recasted, and stop thinking it's literally some homage to our legend. The ultimate homage is to keep remembering his brilliance. The ultimate homage is to keep holding up his name, celebrating him when his birthday comes around, his anniversaries and things, hoping and wishing well for his wife and children, that he is and that they are all right, as tough as it is and is constantly going to be. Okay? That's the reward. When you start talking about truly honoring somebody, y'all just want to keep up with the Joneses. Yes, that's what that all comes down to. A lot of the reasons why a lot of things that some, not all, black folk do, is they're keeping up with the Joneses, the white Joneses in power. Not all white folks are in power. I'm talking about the ones that they admire the most, that they wish they were like, that half the time they don't even understand, because the cultural buffers, financial buffers, and other buffers are so, all they can do is read articles and, we know I read a book about, and yeah, okay, you read a book. I'm on set. It don't impress me, man. It don't impress me. That's why I laugh. That's why I try to hold it down, but at a certain point, my cup runneth over and the volcano got to blow, because I'm just like, man, we be sounding so freaking infantile. It's like always sounding like little kids wishing and hoping somebody throw you a crumb, instead of standing as grown-ass men and women and saying, if it mean that much to you, go get it. And also understand that in a lifetime, there's only but so many years. And if that ain't your talent, you need to be supporting those of us who have that. So just do that. If you spend as much time watching content of those of us trying to push to the next level and get our own while we are all customers, if you spent as much time doing that, man, we'd be all right. Biggity, what is it? My sizzle, my concept, proof of concept is here right now. You can watch it right now. It's unfortunate to say it has not yet hit 1,000. It don't make no sense that it hasn't, but it has. It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, it does make sense. Because again, I know what world I'm in. They debating whether or not, it matters about a recasting when you always talk about you want to see more from a perspective of people who might actually take your opinion into consideration because they don't have as many people on their board, if the board at all. Ain't no board with me. It was a bunch of talented artists that said, yo, let's make this movie. It was a bunch of talented artists that said, Joseph, I know where you come from, man. I know what you're going to do. If you say you're going to do it, it's going to get done. It's going to come out. So, yeah, I'm willing to work when there's no budget. You say you're going to feed me? Oh, we're going to feed you like kings and queens all day. I'm cooking breakfast when you get there. Ask anybody who's on my set if they didn't eat, like, they ate good. Okay? Shout out to all my people who sent monies that made it possible. My sister, forever and a day, love you. You know what I'm saying? She did the catering. She ordered all the food. We had catering from a local restaurant. Had all that spread. It was a Tuesday. Had Taco Tuesday up in that mug. I think it was a Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? I know it was November. We did that damn thing. We made that movie. We created that short. 2-part. Total of like 45 minutes. It's excellent, if I don't say so myself. Considering what I had to work with, it's absolutely marvelous. I've shared it with people in the business who are way more up the ladder than me. And all of them, man, you did something with that. Congratulations. You told a story. That was pretty good. If not, that was great. This is what I heard back. And this from people who I admire, who I respect their opinion. And a good from them is already great. So a great is like excellent to my ears. Because I know that they understand what goes into making something on that meager of a budget. And for me to still tell the story, still have you guessing and curious about, yeah, for real, what is it? What is Biggity? And, oh man, he just needs a budget for some CGI and some special effects and stuff and a real budget, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is what we did with less than $1,000. Imagine what we would do with 100,000. We got 17.3 thousand followers on YouTube alone. I say y'all every day. I tell y'all, if you're over here and you love it, go over there too. Not just be a follower. When you hit the button, hit that crown, get the royal treatment, get the rest of our feed that they don't even see because they don't become subscribers for 99 cents a month. That's $11.88 a year. You do 99 cents times 10,000, not even 17, but if you want to push that real smile button, you want to grin like the Joker from ear to ear, make it 17,300 and say times 99 cents. We already got a film budget. We already got the beginnings of every trip that needs to be taken, every interview that needs to be done, everything that has ever been asked is already a possibility, but ain't nobody really about that life. Most of y'all, not all of y'all, would rather sit around and hate and die hating than to die seeing something come to life. Like literally, you say you want, you don't, it's just a trend. It's a trend with some of y'all to say that you support black businesses. It's a trend with some of y'all to say that you want to see other concepts that are not so corporatized. It's a trend. It's not your genuine passion. It's not your genuine love. Because genuine passion and genuine love don't talk about it. They be about it. Because they not just customers, homie.